So I was wondering, after the last story, a lot of people that knew about this particular event that was going to go on 2 years ago, they were all asking me, why not take the risk? Every girl has its price. According to one of my buddies, because they're still blue pill, they still believe that it was worth possible that it was just me overthinking the situation. First of all, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm not going to risk myself to get robbed just because I want to be with a girl that first of all, she's not even worth it. Like, she wasn't pretty at all. Like, I hate to be this, be on this completely honest, but she wasn't pretty, slightly overweight, and I don't even know how she looks in person because in camera and video or photos, she probably could be doing some little tactics to kind of hide her real weight. Let's be honest, a lot of girls do that now. Okay, here's theory number one. If I would have accepted her demands, because she wanted her demands to be accepted, my demands were not valid. According to her, I'm the male. I have to be the one that does the sacrifice to demonstrate the love for that girl, which it's BS. Because that time I was getting frustrated. I was getting extremely fed up that why are women like this? We're just trying to do our absolute best. But anyway. Like I mentioned in the first video, it's a 6-hour drive trip. If I would have done everything that she demanded. First of all, me driving 1 hour, a lot of things can go down south extremely quickly. Let's not be low IQ, right? The most obvious thing that could have happened is, driving me up to her place where she lives at. I could get jumped, I could get robbed, I could a lot of things could have gone wrong. Or let's say the last case scenario, it's maybe she just had that confidence because she knows she's unattractive and she knew that I was an ex's male, and this is a one target hit. If she would have hit the target, she would have trapped me. That could have been likely. She could have asked me okay, let's all be honest, you're excited, your emotions, your hormones all over the place. She knows you're excited. Because we would have met in Chicago in the afternoon, let's say around 5, be around Milwaukee at 6 or 7. The chances are she could have asked me, come inside, have a drink or whatever, and a lot of things could have gone either way. Let's say that she wasn't planning to rob me, but what if it was a trap, man? She would have trapped me or convinced me otherwise to marry her, because there's a lot of girls that do that. She was a little bit older than me. She probably wanted to test it if I was willing to take her up there. She was going to give me what a lot of men are always, asking for. And like Batman and Beyond has mentioned before, she would have, given me something, but it isn't for free. There's strings attached. So let me give you a little explanation what could go wrong. A lot of the times when narcissistic people, because there's narcissistic men and women, they want you to fall in love because she probably had the upper hand. She had the skill. She was a little bit agile, because let's be honest, she was pretty smart. She knew that I have family here and friends. So for her, it's fall in love with me, come to Wisconsin and live with me, find a job here. And here's another thing. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe she was planning to rob me or trap me. There's no other way, shape, or form to find out, because I never went. Another thing that could have went wrong is, get me excited, get me a little tipsy, and make me lose my job. So then I have no other option to move over there, because she likes where she lives. She liked where she lived at. She said she wanted a relationship with me. It's just the long distance. But a lot of the times the women demands you move over there. So me losing my job, it could have been on her plans, and that's how it all starts. Now you're with her. She's your only companionship, and it's hard for you to leave. And that's how you get manipulated. That's how you get submissive, because she was testing me how much you can get away with me. So when everybody keeps asking me, you should have taken the risk, man. It's not like you have a lot of opportunities, so why bother to keep trying? Here's the thing though, I'm not a guy that it's going to, die for a woman. I will never do that. I have dignity. I have respect. I love myself. Why in the world would I risk myself, my life, or whatever, just for a piece of, like, I don't even know if it's happiness or pleasure. I don't even know what to call it anymore. It's just a piece of excitement. It's not worth it anymore. And the reason I was inspired to make this video, I've seen so much cases. There's a case that I know here in my local town where the girl, it is a trophy wife. Let's say I'm friends with one of her brothers, and she's using the husband. And here's the thing though, she doesn't like him at all. She totally dislikes him. Like, they were making fun of him. Like, they were making fun of this man, and they were asking her that particular animal, if it had any similarities with her husband, right? And her response is, I think which it was a horse, beautiful horse. She's like, I think the horse is more of a Chad. Basically, she's saying, my husband is the ugly one. The horse is way better looking, but, he has the money. And she doesn't like him, and you can already assume that, okay, and then divorce or do it, whatever you can to get away from that possibility of humiliation rituals. Well, she already have 2 kids, so that is a very difficult situation. 2 kids already. Like I've said, a lot of things are planned. This girl had a plan. It didn't make sense. We planned this 2 weeks ago, back in the day. Back 2 years ago when we planned it. We're gonna meet here in this part of Chicago. She should have a ticket from Chicago and back to Milwaukee, but she didn't. She was planning something. I don't even know, which is kind of like, gives me goosebumps to think about what would have happened if I would have been that simp. But once again, you guys, this is just a little bit of tips. Is first of all, no random girl who is normal, who is, it's never going to ask a random male for a ride home. Specifically, why would they want you to, she has never met me. Why would she ask me to, give her home? She's like giving me access to her home or giving me access to her address. It never made sense. But anyway, guys, I was just making this video because, once again, some of my buddies kept asking me, why you never went through? Like, why? And that's the reason that, I gave them this, that's kind of like dumb, that's like, I'm not going to get trapped, or I don't want to get robbed, or I don't want any worst case possibility of me getting hurt. And a lot of people, and I don't think she was planning to rob me. I think she was planning to trap me, because her friends are legit. She was legit. One particular second cousin that lives in Milwaukee and kind of knows her, and he did tell me that she is a little bit of a gold digger side. And she works at a bar, so she has a lot of tactics. But anyway, guys, a little story that I want to share with you guys, because my friends kept asking me. And the reason they asked me this particular day, week, is they saw me. I was in Chicago. They saw me. I was at the Amtrak, and they don't know exactly what I was doing, but they're like, hey, bro, remember that girl that you were trying to pursue? What happened? And all right, guys, this is the story for today. You guys take care. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.